I, Niharika Lat of Class 11, studying in Mahadevi Birla World Academy, am presenting my innovative business idea, an innovation in tube lights. The innovation I am going to incorporate in tube lights would be to facilitate the usage of tube lights even when there is a power cut and to promote the use of renewable sources of energy instead of putting more pressure on the depleting reserves of fossil fuels used to produce electricity. The reason why I chose to make an innovation in tube lights is because we know that India is one of the largest producers of electricity in the world. However, despite having surplus power generation capacity, India lacks adequate transmission and distribution infrastructure. Substantial power cuts spanning more than an hour and frequent interruptions in power supply are experienced by households in rural regions, smaller cities and towns all through the country. Power availability in large number of connected villages is not more than 12 hours a day, and for smaller cities and towns, power cuts range between an hour to 5 during the evening hours on an average. In addition, India's electricity production is dominated by non-renewable fossil fuels, particularly coal, which produces about 3/4 of the country's electricity. Hence, there is a need to save the non-renewable energy sources being used to produce electricity. At least 80% of electricity at household level is wasted because of the manner in which we use lamps and bulbs for lighting our homes. Hence, this is an area where there is a great scope for energy conservation. In order to address all the above mentioned issues for the benefit of consumers and society as a whole, I decided to introduce an innovation in the much needed daily use product, tube light. My proposed idea. For the first time, tube lights will have the advantage of a removable solar battery that the user can charge simply by keeping in the sunlight and thus use the tube light even during power cuts. The tube light can be used either by using the solar battery present in it or by using electricity in the way we use our normal tube lights while the solar battery is getting charged. Now, the solar battery can be charged either by taking out the detachable battery from the tube light and leaving it in the sun, or by plugging the cord provided in a socket and charging it using electricity. The fully charged solar battery would run the 20-watt tube light of length 4 feet for 8 hours continuously. The battery, if left in the sun, would require 4 hours to get charged fully, and by using electricity, the battery would get fully charged in 2 hours. This tube light will offer comfort and convenience to users by providing tube lights illumination even during power cuts. Also, since the user can charge the solar battery by keeping in the sunlight, this attribute will enable the customers to have lighting at approximately zero electricity cost and would also contribute to conserving the non-renewable resources being widely used to produce electricity. Another USP of this product can be described in the second method of charging the solar battery. Solar energy is produced in the form of DC current, and solar battery requires DC current only, but in India AC current is supplied, and so in order to charge the solar battery we require either solar panels or an adapter to convert AC to DC current. But in our tube lights the adapter is inbuilt, that is fitted within the tube light itself, so the customers do not have to take the botheration of arranging for an adapter. This product will be highly beneficial to the customers. In India, most of the regions receive abundant sunlight. So in the daytime when they are not using the tube light, they can leave the solar battery in the sun for charging and then use the energy stored in the battery during other times of the day. This way, even if there is a power cut, the tube light will be running and there would be no need to put stress on the eyes. And in this manner, by making use of renewable solar energy completely free of cost, consumers not only help save non-renewable resources but can also save on their electricity bills. On the other hand, in those areas or localities where there are frequent power cuts but sufficient sunlight is not available, the consumers can charge the battery using electricity when it is available and then use the stored energy in the battery to run the tube light when there is a power cut. If the battery charge finishes but the customer wants to use the tube light, he can also use it like regular tube lights and there is no need to be worried about charging the battery.